Hi everybody. I wanted to hop in and just talk about some like basic principles or when we're talking about the energies right now and what's going on, like what that actually means. So I just want to open this up. There's our little friend, and get more in depth here about what a lot of these messages that we bring through are referring to.
Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light coming? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light coming? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light?
It's so beautiful out today, and I just moved to Western New York by the lake, and I am just enjoying nature. And why not, be a typical millennial and just talking to my phone while I'm out in nature? So here I am. But I've just been sitting here reflecting, and this has kind of just been coming in, so I figured I'd hop on and share it, and you guys can enjoy the lovely serenity of the background. So when we talk about, okay, predictions, and maybe you watch other channelers who talk about things that might be happening right now, or they refer to things that could happen, what they're talking about is the energy that's going on right now. I know in my last video it was like, okay, the guides are showing me this and that this could possibly happen. And what they're saying is that this is the energy that's churning right now. This is the energy that's really prominent. And we have choice in all of this. We are creator beings. We're creating all of these timelines through our energy, through our focus. So the more that we focus on certain things, the more that we drive our energy in certain directions, we're going to create those things. And if we're coming from like this angsty kind of compulsive place of like, I have to fix this, I have to do this, then we're creating more of that compulsion and that angst. If we also come from this place of fear of like, oh my gosh, I need to prevent this from happening, or I need to like constantly put this like fear around me or this protection because I don't know what's going to happen, then we're kind of creating it because our focus is going there. So when we talk about predictions, I saw a couple people comment like, I want to watch this video to see if it actually happens. And I want to like erase that type of mentality around intuition and like predictions that come through. Because what predictions actually are is what, like, kind of what I just said is, okay, here's what the possibility is right now. We're kind of teetering on this particular type of timeline, this particular type of, oh goodness, this right in my ear, this particular type of energy right now. And if we want to continue to create this, we can. We can keep moving forward in this energy that we're currently in. Or we can make a different choice and put our focus elsewhere and aim higher. We can drop into the heart and ask what the heart wants in this situation and how to move forward in that direction through that. My dog friend agrees, if you can hear him. Anyways, I feel like right now the guides are talking about, okay, here's the possibility that's happening. This is where this like energy of this lower dominant timeline is right now. We want to make you aware of it so that if you don't like it, you can say no and you can create something else. But we're not here to be like, I'm here to like try and stop this timeline or things on it. It's okay, they're showing me what my energy has kind of already created. Now I'm going to like disassemble that by creating something else. So I'm sure you've gone to like intuitive readers and you have been like, well, things they told me, nothing came true or nothing happened. Well, all they're doing is reading where your energy's at right now, the timeline of where you're at right now. And what they're actually doing is telling you, this is what I'm seeing based on your energy. And you get to decide if you want to continue in that direction or not. And whether you know it or not, while that person is reading for you, they are putting like codes and stuff in you and things like that, but you're unconsciously making decisions as well, whether it's through your feelings or whatever it may be, where you're like, I don't want that, or you're like, yes, I do want that. And you've probably gone to readers too where it's like, yeah, this did happen, oh my gosh, or a part of what they told me happened. I've been to plenty of readers where things have happened. I've been to ones that are super expensive and read for celebrities and all kinds of stuff, and nothing they told me happened. But other people have been like, everything they said came true. And you can decide if, what that person tells you is like, going to create this timeline for you or not. Don't make that your guru and like, okay, this person told me this thing, now this is going to happen, or I need to make sure it happens. Your energy is going to decide that. And ultimately, the thing that you want is on that highest timeline, is in that energy where you're honoring you and you're offering, what you have to offer. So when we focus on that and what's within us, then we create these higher timelines and they become more dominant for us. So I want to talk about this aspect of gifts as well. We hear that we've been given these gifts that we're here to share with humanity. And the gifts are twofold. The first is that these gifts are given to us because, wow, what a gift to us that we have these talents. We've been given these things that we get to share with the world. And it's like, oh, what a gift for me that I get to be this type of person. But the gift also is, these are gifts that I'm giving to the world. And it's also a gift to like not have certain skills or talents. If you think about it, I'll use myself as an example. So I'm a really good writer. I can write. I've been a writer a lot of my life in different types of jobs. And then the other part of me is like, well, I'm really horrible at drawing. Like if you asked me to draw anything for you, I can guarantee it would not be that great. I remember I took a costume design class in college, and the heads for the people that I was drawing were always like way too big for the body, and I just like didn't understand the concept of like, well, I can make the head a lot smaller, and like it didn't matter. Then I would like make the head too small, and then it would be like too small for the body, and I just like didn't understand all those levels. But and that's just me. And I'm not like, man, I have to understand how to draw in order to be like a good, talented human. But it's a gift for me to not be able to do that, because now what that does is if I ever like write something and I need someone to draw something for that or create art for it, they're going to have that gift and they get to give it to me and I get to receive that gift. And I also find like part of my soul group through that because they have the gift. And when we bring our gifts together, it creates an even bigger gift. So it's almost a gift to not have certain skills, because then it helps you find the people that you need to help like make this oneness within you. So be grateful for those. But honoring our gifts and stepping into that and looking for the gifts that other people have to complement what we have and bring forward an even grander mission. This is also how we step onto our highest timeline, by looking at those things and honoring those. So when we have gifts and we hear about tragedy happening in the world, we want to look at who we are. What are these gifts that I have? How can I offer them to this moment? And whether that may be, wow, my gifts have really earned me a lot of money and I feel like I want to donate some of it to some causes, great. Or if you feel like, okay, I have a gift of energy healing, then I'm going to, if people want this and ask for it, I'm going to send energy healing to a certain area. And we're using our gifts to help then enhance the timeline too and step into this higher energy. So I just wanted to kind of explain those things and help us understand that moving forward, it's about like, okay, this is the energy that's churning. Do I want this or not? The guides aren't coming through to be like gloom and doom. I'm only telling you this stuff because you're going to have to face it. We kind of get to decide, do I want this or not? And it's not about fighting it or fighting against it. It's about, okay, I'm going to allow this, and whatever needs to happen will take place for the highest good. But if I don't like it, then I'm not going to focus on it, and I'm going to focus my energy in this other direction. I'm going to focus on my gifts. I'm going to focus on connecting with people who complement those. I'm going to focus on what I'm here to create and offer, and that's going to help build up to this higher place that we all want to be in and create a more positive, dominant timeline. There's also so many different timelines, but they're going to focus on ones that our energy is particularly creating. And in the last video, I talked about how there's kind of a dominant lower one and a dominant higher one right now. And a lot of us have done a lot of work to get to this dominant higher one, but those higher ones can shift as well. And maybe we create something even higher. I don't know, or we go in different directions in this higher one. But I feel like the main way to create your highest is to honor you, is to honor this heart space, is to honor those gifts, and to really focus on how am I using these gifts to give to others to help them create that highest timeline as well. And I'm not trying to interfere out of fear or angst or compulsion or whatever it may be. I'm saying, okay, I'm going again to allow what needs to happen for the evolvement of everybody. And I'm also going to hold that I hope that it happens in the highest fashion for everyone as well. So I hope that helps. And I think the more we kind of get caught in these webs of I have to fix, I have to do this, or maybe I don't have this within me, but I gotta force myself to have it because I feel like that's what the collective needs. The collective needs you and what your strength is, and it needs you to be strong, and it needs you to recognize your gifts and be in that. And the more that you can be in that space, the higher and better, more positive things get. So I hope this helps. And I just wanted to pop on here and explain that really quickly for you guys. And more messages coming soon. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you all soon. Love you.